Democracy has never been and will never be fully achieved. It's an ideal you strive for. Like in California, we strive for the perfect body. You can't achieve it. You can try. And what is wonderful about this event is you're holding an event to celebrate striving, trying to improve yourself, your society, your government. In the United States, I think we would never have this event. We would celebrate what we've achieved. We would say, look what we've done, look how good we are. But it's harder for us to celebrate trying, striving, hoping, reimagining. And that's what this festival is about the idea of democracy as something we work for and we desire. That's very exciting to me. In the United States, the idea is that there's a separation of church and state. And what that means is that the state respects people's religious beliefs. You can believe whatever you want in your own religious tradition, and the state won't censor that, won't tell you you can't belong to a church or that you must belong to another one, or that you don't have to have religious beliefs at all. In exchange, the state asks the church to use its values differently when participating in the public sphere. It's one thing to have a set of beliefs and practices within your religious context, but when you step out of that church and join the public square, you need to think about other citizens who don't share your beliefs and try to come to decisions that respect and reflect the diverse values and beliefs of all of the citizens in your democracy. Well, there's a lot of perceptions. About the age of the country, there's kind of two different perceptions. One is that Americans look at countries like Italy and we shake our heads wondering, what would it be like to be in a country that has such a long history? You know, the United States has Native American traditions that date back quite a way, but the primary traditions that Americans identify with are only a couple centuries old, maybe 3. And just seeing Roman architecture is bewildering for Americans. We can't imagine how you keep rebuilding a society when your roots go so far into the ground. When we invent something new, it doesn't seem like a big deal because everything's new. The other perception of Italy is very different. It's about how young Italy is. That post-World War II Italy has only had maybe half a century to work with democracy. And we sometimes perceive Italian government as chaotic and constantly changing, literally changing governments at a rate that no other country can do, but also just completely reinventing the political parties, the rules of elections. That's staggering to us, how quickly the change is happening. So it's funny that we see both such a long stretch of history and we see such chaos in that last half century.